Last one to be. Last page. Thank you, God. All right. I've seen the chatter online regarding famed entertainer Beyonce attending Kris Jenner's birthday party. There are those who have taken issue with this due to Kris Jenner's troubling actions, her alleged political leanings, and the activities of her daughters. First, I believe we all can agree that Kris Jenner has essentially pimped out her daughters throughout the years in order to obtain wealth, beginning with Kim Kardashian's adult video leak. Speaking of which, Kim, though she is pretty silent when it comes to her political leanings, has pretty much shown throughout the years where her loyalty lies. You don't pose with the Tesla Transformer car amid Elon Musk being integral in the termination of federal government jobs and open skim stores allegedly in the so-called Holy Land amid a genocide and somehow lean liberal. Kris Jenner's daughters have been called out for cultural appropriation over the years, and alongside her have been accused of using black men in order to obtain more wealth. And despite all of this, Beyonce, the Black is King Beyonce, the Let's Get Information Beyonce, the mix that Negro with that Creole make a Texas Bama Beyonce decides to go to Kris Jenner's birthday party? Okay, so playing devil's advocate here, what if Beyonce was going to Kris Jenner's party for a business endeavor? Or what if they're neighbors and Beyonce was being nice? First off, I'm of the belief that not all money is good money, and certain companies shouldn't be kept regardless of how it may impact your endeavors. And besides, Beyonce's at the point in life where she doesn't need to be around certain individuals to boost her business, celebrity, or wealth any further. And as far as the neighbor bit, I'm not buying it. For years, I've looked at Beyonce as nothing more than an entertainer, someone who I can be inspired by regarding her art, or, whenever convenient, be entertained by. Many, specifically the Bayhive, look to Beyonce as some messiah figure, or maybe even worse. This has made it so Beyonce gets a pass when she's spotted alongside Ivanka Trump at a gala, praises the continent of Africa with Black is King but then poses with a controversial Tiffany's diamond that was stolen from African soil, and preaches women's empowerment on one hand but then in other cases caters to men in the other. No one is above reproach. Failure to accept this is how we have the current US president who reportedly harmed women and girls in office now. When presenting the matter to a friend about Beyonce attending Kris Jenner's birthday party, they responded by saying those who have a problem with Beyonce are likely hypocrites because they probably shop at Amazon. Moreover, everybody is compromised to a certain degree. In case you didn't know by now, Amazon is associated with billionaire Jeff Bezos, who founded the company. While Bezos no longer owns Amazon, he remains a large shareholder. So then, what makes those who buy from this platform hypocritical? Well, it might have something to do with the fact that Bezos has business ties to the US president. Moreover, Amazon reportedly donated $1 million to this president's inauguration. Now, I shouldn't have to tell you why having ties to or enabling the affairs of this particular US president is problematic. Given this understanding, should we say that those critical of Beyonce and Kris Jenner's affiliation shouldn't be pointing fingers? Well, I'd argue there's nuance here. For starters, people like convenience. Amazon is a reputable company and people know what they're getting. From technology to cleaning products, books to music, Amazon seemingly has it all. And, admittedly, the company's return policy is very user and consumer friendly. Still, does this excuse people from buying from a platform that supports an authoritarian who harms marginalized people? Do people consider possible alternatives? A quick search online presents many options, including Etsy, BLK plus GRN, Earth Hero, and Thrive Market. One might look to purchase from these platforms as a form of protest or being ethically responsible. But then again, Etsy does offer Trump merchandise on its platform. Freedom of expression, right? Arguably, socially conscious decision-making means actively thinking about your every move on a constant basis. That has to be mentally exhausting. And at what point do we stop? The iPhone you carry, the shoes on your feet, even Google, the search engine, also, as a company, donated to this current presidential administration. Somehow, some way, we're all taking part in this world of greed and corruption. Sometimes people want to turn their brain off and enjoy what many feel is our only time on this earth. However, certain behaviors can be avoided. If you have the capacity to not shop at certain stores that are problematic or associate with certain problematic individuals, then do it. That being said, we should allow space for grace for certain individuals or companies who make a bad decision but then try to correct the behavior. I still remember Gucci's blackface controversy, where they were trying to market a certain sweater, but it harkened back to the Jim Crow era. Since then, Gucci has established its Changemakers program, which focuses on diversity and inclusion. Gucci has also donated to organizations such as the NAACP, Campaign Zero, and Know Your Rights Camp. While I'm all for giving people grace and understanding that certain people are in more compromised positions than others, certain behaviors are just inexcusable. How could Beyonce indirectly support an alleged supporter of this US president? This while Beyonce openly campaigned for Kamala Harris last year. Why does any of this matter at all? Why aren't we focusing on the other celebrities who are also in attendance at Kris Jenner's birthday party, such as Tyler Perry, Snoop Dogg, Oprah Winfrey, Prince Harry, Meghan Markle? And don't get me started on how a lot of these celebrities have remained silent despite everything that's been going on in this country right now. Food prices, people losing their jobs, everybody's down bad. What should matter is how we view celebrities and the unhealthy relationship that many people have with celebrities. If anything, associating with the Jenners and the Kardashians despite their political leanings shows one's character. It shows what people are willing to tolerate. But being a celebrity doesn't mean you need to have celebrity friends. And while celebrities have to navigate spaces where problematic people are present, especially in Hollywood, you have to do so responsibly. At the end of the day, Beyonce is human just like the rest of us. Although I do believe that celebrities and public figures have a certain responsibility to their fans, but we can get into that in another video. It's up to you to decide how much you're willing to support any celebrity. But be warned, don't ever think your morals or goals align with theirs.